Resistance has asked that we intercede in dealing with a VIP thought to be working with the aliens. The target is being moved by Advent forces through this area via one of their transport vehicles. Capture the VIP if possible. Engage as needed. Don't let the alien forces stand in your way. Menace 1-5, target location confirmed. Move to engage. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
Sind getarnt.
So I saw one pod there when the camera came. And one pod should be by the objective. So this means I'm missing mostly one pod, assuming pods of 3. I want to get to elevation. And if I am lucky, I will do a bigger rush on them, and by lucky I mean if they walk towards me. Who's going first? Probably the specialist. I do need one soldier down, and that's gonna be you.
I'm on the move. Matendo.
Guessing gunner here is... It's here just for leeching experience.
Roger that.
Wechsle Position.
I don't think he will contribute
On the move.
much.
Moving to designated position.
I think there are 2 pods there. This could be unfortunate if everything is in one place and not moving.
Headed there now.
Mostly because that means a rocket is my only reasonable option, and I would prefer either bigger rush ambush or flame.
Confirmed.
Want to see if there is anything in this building. What is this, by the way? Nothing good. I could use map alert if I want to pull the soldiers towards me, other squads towards me.
Rolling.
This is an extremely well-equipped mechanized combat unit. We'll need to look for vulnerabilities if we're going to take that thing out.
Menace 1-5. Remember, we're here to capture the VIP if possible. Knock them out and bring them in.
So this is a bit of a problem. I mean, this is not a good pod to break the concealment on. I cannot use flamethrower. I mean, I can, but it's only the trooper that will be affected. So obviously not ideal, and I don't know where the other pods are.
Boy. Roger that.
Begebe mich zum Ziel. Sichtkontakt zu feindlichem Trupp.
I think I will back off a little bit, like in this location, and then I'm gonna sit in the open with assault. So if they walk towards me, I could hit them. I'm attempting basically to do bigger rush without activating this pod, but I'm not sure if it's feasible or it's even worth it.
On the move.
Probably not. I would like here, but Maybe even here.
Bien.
Verstanden. Rücke ab.
I think I'll have to break concealment with the shinobi. Especially if this pod activates. So...
On my way. Mir entgeht
Scanning.
nichts.
Recibido. Estoy vigilando.
Now that's a very good rocket position. The problem is the VIP is there. How much health does the VIP have? Out of curiosity. 5. So if the car doesn't explode, it won't kill it, right? Right? The car will explode. Let's be real.
Position bestätigt.
Moving.
Yes, I could take that one, and you come here.
Understood. Moving out.
At least you have some elevation. Concealment is pretty relevant at this stage. If I have double activation, then I will likely need the extra damage.
Voy a la posición designada. Poniéndome en guardia.
Gebe Feuerschutz. Eyes on the prize.
Got it covered.
Oh, let's see.
Schwacher Treffer.
Nice.
Who's keeping score?
Okay, so my first instinct would be to come here and burn. The problem is, if I'm burning this region, I mean a P.E.K.K.A. station, everything is gonna blow up in one turn or two. And that means my cover will burn as well. I would also need to deal with the purifier, otherwise he will move and burn me, which is gonna be quite painful given that I don't have remote healing. How fast can he move? So if I move these two soldiers, I could probably ignore the purifier for this turn. Gunner will be a problem. So moving here, I could burn this too, and maybe, I don't know, slugshot the gunner. But the purifier will come here and make my life a living hell. So this means if I do shinobi hit, gunner comes here, slugshot, and then yeah, I can burn the trooper or something like that. Suppress the purifier and everything. Everyone is happy. But that's reliant on this slugshot hitting. Alternatively, I could come here and burn the gunner and then move. This position is not safe. Move here and slugshot the trooper. And if that fails, okay, my game started lagging. Okay, I'll have to restart XCOM. Okay, so what was I doing? Okay, I was considering, so if I come here and burn, I could probably deal with these two. Or I could come and burn here and burn the advent gunner. Either way, if I go here or here, there's a risk of this guy just of coming and setting on fire. The alternative would be, I don't think I can do it from here. No, I can't. To move this soldier somewhere on this area, and then the purifier cannot reach anything. The problem is, if I move somewhere in this area, I don't think I can even move here. The purifier can come here and burn me. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So assuming that his flame rage is same as mine. Actually, don't know if the flamethrower is similar. I'm assume so. So if I move here, maybe I can deal with these two, but the gunner will remain uncontested, and so is the purifier. So my only other option would be to go to him, then burn him or use slug shot, and then finish him off with combat protocol, and then I have 3 guys on this side. But that allows me to come and burn and maybe slash with the shinobi, the gunner, and I still have the assault. Oh, I don't have the assault as resolve, but if it doesn't burn, or if both burns, I can use the shinobi or the gunner, I believe. Yes. So I could technically kill everything and I still have the gunner as a backup for suppression, or even come here and kill the gunner with my gunner. Either way, it all depends on how this goes, and by this goes I mean whether you can kill him right away and whether I can do this without revealing additional pods, because this move is probably the most risky, or among the most risky. If I dive with the shinobi to gunner, that will also reveal some additional tiles, so that should be a consideration.
Absolutely.
Okay, so no new pods. If I shoot and combat protocol, I can deal with him. If I stun, then I don't need to deal with him this turn, and I could save the combat protocol for somebody else. Now the question is, do I need somebody else? Because if not, I would prefer to make the kill instead of stun, obviously. This will not kill the gunner, but this plus combat protocol might. I do need to kill the gunner. Otherwise the assault is gonna be dead. Or close to that. So first order of business is to see how this one goes. Please don't burn the Peko station, otherwise you'll be dead as well. Okay. Now I have 2 options. One, I dive, which guarantees killing the gunner, and I can guarantee killing the purifier, and everything is good. Alternatively, I could come and shoot the gunner, which will give me a 70% chance to hit, and if I hit, it's 3 to 5 if I remember correctly. No, it's 4 to 6. So 4 to 6 means I can kill him outright, and if not, I could use combat protocol. I could even keep the concealment. That in that event. But if he doesn't hit, then I have to die with the shinobi, and if I activate another pod, then I don't have the gunner to suppress or yeah, contribute to dealing with the extra pod. So I'm doing this just because there's a chance I keep concealment and don't take the additional risk. Okay, that's actually a very good outcome. Then I can afford to do this, and I have combat protocol to finish him off. What's my chance here? That's 33% if I roll 6, and another 55% if I crit. Well, 1/3 of that doesn't matter because it's a 6, so roughly 70-ish. 77% to kill him. So that's pretty good.
See that one?
Okay. I could even use combat protocol on officer just to make sure he dies this turn. And I don't think I can. Oh, I can move.
Position confirmed.
Okay, no reaction fire from Viper, please. Or my assault is gonna be in trouble. Ooh, that's... I don't care about you. Okay, a bit lucky. I guess I'm used with high reaction fire by previous difficulty setting. So I have active 3. This drone is not active, but probably will be at the end of the turn. Or this drone is not active. Wait. Oh right, active 3 is the civilian. Oh, this means this is everything on the map, right? The Viper plus the 2 drones. Nice. I can run and gun, point blank, stun the Viper. I could do this, of course I will. I can't do this. I could rocket. Do some damage. Can I burn? No, I'm like 2 tiles short. Can I see a Viper? So I thought this is going to be a bit easier, but apparently it isn't. So I was thinking I would just slash and dive with assault, but I cannot slash. I could dive with assault and point blank stun one of the Vipers, but I have no solution for the other one. Moving here and launch a rocket is gonna be very inaccurate, so I'll probably just do this and go from there. I cannot really burn them, so...
Feuere Rakete!
Okay, I just need 3 damage on Viper. I can see both from here, but the chances of me hitting with an SMG from that distance and rolling 3 are probably not great. I could come here. Even if I stay in the open, the gunner cannot reach anything. I could move and actually shoot with the shinobi.
Okay.
Target's still up.
They're on to me.
Oh, that didn't work out.
Órdenes confirmadas. En marcha.
Yeah, those are not good odds. But I don't think I have a choice now.
De refilón.
Um... If I come here, the Viper will just come here and point blank hit me. If I come here, probably go there and hit me again and get reposition. Right? Not yet. This mobility is very painful. 12. If I come here, I don't have much of a guarantee, but I'm, well, at least in half cover. How accurate can I stun from this position? I mean, he could technically flank me if he goes in the open. I don't think he will do that though. This is probably the closest I can get without being realistically flanked.
Good to go.
That's a bit... That's not a bad shot, but your life hangs in the balance.
Hope this works.
So I can safely assume I'm going to take a hit from the Sidewinder. Ideally I don't activate more drones. I don't know if this will activate the drone that is here. So if I move somewhere in this region, it should be fine.
Rolling out.
Okay, I don't understand. I did check the mobility and he was not able to move that far, or I didn't see it right. Either way, I'm not unhappy. I will take probably damage here. Into poison. I don't think I can remove the poison. This turn. I'm not sure I want to slice this faceless. Probably just back off and let it continue. Okay. Don't think combat protocol. Yes, it's in cooldown. So option number one, I go here and I deal, that's the backup, and then I use the assault for the Viper. Or I pick up the loot and then I shoot the Viper, but I still need some additional damage. Unless I roll high. You have better chances of actually killing him. than the gunner has. But the gunner is not guaranteed to hit the sidewinder. If the gunner misses the sidewinder, then I have a problem. So I am safe here, but I can't really do that much from there. Okay.
You can't handle me.
That's true.
No problem, boss. Entendido. En movimiento. Tengo algo nuevo. Solo le ha rozado.
I think I have to move this one. I need to double check because that thing can slash for from quite some distance.
On my way. Target eliminated.
Okay.
Use some ammo over here.
I think it's pointless to try to hit this guy because he will just regen. I'm going to Overwatch, maybe I'll get one shot in. That's a pretty solid shot.
Oh, this looks a little ugly.
Am I still poisoned? Yes. Who has the medkit? So I could move here, then heal the assault. I could use dedication just a bit closer.
Not a problem. Get it together.
Not the best. Oh, I do hope we kill this thing.
Let's move already. I skirted him.
Guys, that's not how it's supposed to be. Guess I could reload.
It's killing time.
At least to have them split in case everything goes wrong. I don't get an Uber slash. Okay.
Dann mal los. Ziel eliminiert.
Afirmativo. Por aquí hay tropas de Advent.
Well, sorry about that.
Vamos, vuelve al combate.
Don't stun my shinobi.
Cover my flank.
Okay, that's fine.
Weitere Feinde im Anmarsch.
Okay, I have to reload.
Reload it.
75. I guess you're first.
It hit the plate.
Okay. I think I can finish with you.
Wechsle Position. Munition.
I don't know if I can kill this one, but I guess I'll find out.
Down.
Ya estoy.
Oh, I had combat protocol.
Explorando.
It's a pretty decent reinforcement.
gesichtet.
Ah, that was a misplay. To be fair, I was caught with other activities, but I could have dived with specialist. I can't hit any of them. I could use combat protocol, I could go point blank. Well, we run and gun on every one. I could flame. I was tempted to shoot this one just to blow them up. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I should kill both of them. But if for whatever reason it doesn't go off, then I'll have like to play some mini puzzle on how I can stay away from all that. I don't think I can flame both of them from here. Okay, let's see. Okay. That seems to be working pretty well.
Hostile neutralized.
I wanted to check the tower. I probably checked and forgot what it is.
Recibido.
So who's gonna carry? I guess you. And then
Absolutely.
Status confirmed. Target package in custody.
Órdenes confirmadas. Marchando.
okay, I have about 2 or 3 turns before the next reinforcement. That should be enough to
Affirmative.
get out of here.
Recibido. Affirmative.
Bewegung, Bewegung! Solid copy. Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Heading out. Bien, me muevo al objetivo. Finally.
Schon unterwegs. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
This is Firebrand. VIP is... The speaker commended loyal citizens today for standing up to those who would abandon our values for those of the old world. The remarks followed a moment of silence for peacekeeping.
If every mission goes this smoothly, it's only a matter of time before we regain control of the planet.
So good mission overall, but there was a bit of risk when a scythe dive into a purifier. If Vipers would have been a bit closer, that would have been a different mission. I like both of them, both Trench Gun and Close and Personal. Trench Gun can be helpful if when you break concealment or even run and gun. So if I go like a Killer Instinct path, then Trench Gun is better. On fast assaults like 17 plus mobility, I prefer Close and Personal because I do end up with close encounters, so I generally can move and shoot twice anyway. Which is, I think, a bit more powerful than run and gun, because run and gun shoots once, but yeah, it's longer distance. But with a lot of mobility, you can actually use this very consistently. So I do prefer the bottom path overall. for the fast assaults at least. For like medium mobility, I prefer the top pad. I don't think I have ever used in Long War of the Chosen the arc pulsar. I did use in Long War 2, but it was not like the end game arc pulsar. I remember it was very strong, but from what I've read on the patch note, this was nerfed or balanced, better said. So I don't see as assault as disabler. I see him as a heavy damage dealer killer, and not using assault or crowd control. I think there are better classes for that, like a Sting Grenadier if you want to have more crowd control. Resilience is nice. Strong perk. Tactical sense is also not bad. Bring him on, considering I will be point blank, is also quite good. But this is going to be like 1 additional damage, 2 at best. It's cheap, so I don't think Ready for Anything is that good. It can work with close encounters, but usually you kill the target that you go point blank, and shotgun is not the best to deal with the remaining enemies unless you have multiple flanks. It's too situational and very expensive. I rather go for resilience. Assault tends to be in dangerous spots, as you have saw in the previous mission. What do you have? I guess Rouse or Formidable. I like both of them. Rouse can be good for Chosen. Has some uses also in missions when you can reach your target. So 50 mobility is average, so not the fastest, not the slowest. Very slow. Decent aim. Very high. I can't get this reliably. I'm not sure why this is so expensive. This is not worth it. You can't really get reliable kills, and then you have to kills plus kills plus hack. It's way too complicated to use for, especially for this cost. Unfortunately, I don't see anything that is particularly good. So I think I'm just gonna go pistol pat. He has very high, which is a pity. So this is basically against mechs, but against mechs I probably want to use combat protocol more than I want to shoot them outright. Especially since low mobility is going to be an SMG. Yeah, none of these perks. Actually, all of these perks are bad. Like Shadow Step. So, I don't really want him on a shooting path, but then I need to take pistol anyway, so I want to have some aim improvement. Or I want to be in a shooting position anyway. So I guess I'm still going Sentinel. I think I'm gonna get much more value from Sentinel than Trojan. Since I have to be in a basically the way I see things, if it's a soldier that sits in the back, so if he had some grenade perks like smoke and or some utility, then he would just sit in the back and do hacking, combat protocol, aid protocol and stuff like that. But if he has to shoot, then he should be in a position to shoot. And in that case, I would rather have him with at least an SMG. So it's probably not gonna be the best Sentinel build, but it's just that I think it's better than the alternative. Pretty good gunner. Like both of this I value. I find them quite valuable. Very low combat intelligence means I probably have to spend additional points to get both of them. That's nice. I will get that one, but I think I want missions a bit more. I have 15 soldiers ready. And I want to find the Liberation 2 here. It's getting quite late. By late I mean end of April, and I didn't find Liberation 2. So I don't think early Liberation Chain will be on the table. I mean, this is a solid mission. Scientist and point of interest. Maybe I will keep the axe for the Liberation in case I find it with a bad timer. Let's balance this team a little bit. Who can you pair with? With a specialist or one of the technicals or the ranger. Can I even afford anything? I'm gonna take this technical, just leave the other one, which is a bit stronger, for potential Liberation 2. I'm running a bit low on troops. That's why I also leave the axe at home. And this should be fine. I don't think I have any. Okay.
Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
Who is available? So I could muster for a team. I would need a little bit of supplies. If I do take the gunner, in that case, would prefer if I can give him some. If I give him a weapon. I don't need 2 corpses. This should be enough for one weapon, for 2 weapons and 1 vest.
Setting course for the Western
Back
US
for liberation
precinct.
scanning. I should put... I'll probably remove them as soon as I find a mission, but... At least they contribute a little bit.